All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right. And what I want to get into today is dealing with new wine. All right. And the new wine goes into a new doctrine. All right. That's going to run the earth in righteousness. Okay. And under the government of Yahweh Shai. All right. The earth is going to be ran in righteousness. Okay. And when you go into the scriptures, wine, is likened unto doctrine. Okay, and we're going to prove these things. Because right now the earth, is being ran in wickedness by the wine, okay, of Esau Edom. As the scriptures speak about, the golden cup that was given to Babylon, okay, which we'll get into these things. But right now we're experiencing the earth under the rulership of the wicked, okay. And I was looking at something, the guy, the Islamic intellectual, Shahid Bosman, and he made the point dealing with mainly America, but the West in general. All right, this beast system as we know it, and he went into how certain systems that are set up. When you go into capitalism and certain things that are set up in the West. Well, it's not the system itself because everybody's trying to figure out, how can we fix the economy? How can we fix, you know, um, the infrastructure? How can we fix this and the food and this? Well, the thing is not the systems, okay, themselves. It's the people that's running these systems that's off, okay, which is Esau Edom. And that's why when you go into Habakkuk 2 and 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And then his soul is speaking of the wicked. Okay? So the spirit that's within Esau, remember, he's fashioned a particular way. And he's fashioned not to be right. You see, as Israelites, we got to come to the conclusion. If you're an Israelite and you're talking about Esau can be saved and there's mercy for Esau, you don't understand Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. You don't understand what's going on. Okay? He wasn't made to be saved. He was made to be destroyed. Okay? He was put in power, okay, for prophecy's sake, for our punishment, all right, and for the elect, to appreciate righteousness, okay, and he's to the point to where he served his purpose, and that's why the Lord, okay, is winding his rulership down, okay, he's going to go into captivity and be discarded, okay, because the spirit that's within this man is not right, okay. It don't matter if someone in the earth has a good thing going, okay. This devil mindset is built on how can he corrupt it? How can he defile it? That's why he gets off on defiling children as early as possible, man. He's all about destroying anything pure, innocent, anything that's righteous, anything that's functioning. Okay, he's all about how he can corrupt it. Okay? So the spirit that's in this man, the way it's fashioned, is not upright, which means straightforward. Okay, he always had some type of underhanded, conniving, backstabbing, agenda at work, man. Okay, and when you read verse 5, yeah, also because he transgressive by wine. Okay, he has a doctrine built on transgression. Okay, and transgression really goes into going beyond, and his doctrine is all about going beyond. All right, the restrictions of righteousness, man, the limitations that have been set up in righteousness, man. That's why he's all about what? This trans agenda. Okay? This pedo agenda. You see? The woman being out of order. You see? Eating every food that the scriptures say not to eat. Like he's all about going beyond, okay, the commandments. He's all about going beyond righteousness, man. That's his doctrine. That do as thou wilt is do as thou wilt, okay, outside of righteousness, man. All right, because there's righteous things that's supposed to be executed on the earth that he outlaws. Okay, so his whole doctrine, his wine, is based on rebellion. Okay, against righteousness, man, against Yahweh Shemal Shai. You see, so it says he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, and he's proud because he has so much influence in the earth, man, and it has him puffed up. You know, because he sees that his influence has settled in the earth, man, to where the masses think like him, they react like him, they reason like him. Okay, and it says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap it up unto him all people, man. So that's another thing. He runs a society based off greed. He can never have enough, man. Okay? Here it is. I say he already has all this power, this wealth, this influence, these great militaries, but that's not enough, man. All right, he wants to control people's spirits, man. He wants to put his technology inside you, man. Okay, he wants absolute full control over the masses, man. Okay, he can never be satisfied. That's why all his whole society is based off greed. You know, and the scriptures say, "So as the king, so are the people." Okay, and this is a very greedy society where people, okay, just won't. People won't. People are never satisfied. Okay, you go into how this man's economy work, like he's never satisfied with putting people in debt. You know, this man he's never satisfied. All right, with raising the bills and just having it to where you can't afford to live. And this man is never he's never satisfied. Like here it is, you have these CEOs of these companies making from 20 to 40 million dollars a year, man. But the people that work for them can't afford housing, man. Okay, and that's just what we see. So the elites they have it so because you got um 92% of the world's wealth, okay, that flow to 1% of the population, man. Okay, so there's not enough resources distributed in the system for people to be good. Like when we get into the kingdom, we really gonna see how Esau been bullshit, man. Like the way he run the earth, like when we get in the kingdom and see how much abundance, okay, there is in the earth, man, and how this man was hoarding up everything, man, we really gonna see, man, that this man is truly the wicked, man. Okay? Because the way this man runs the earth, the wine, his doctrine that he runs the earth, all right, is absolute madness, man. Okay? So going from there, let's get this. Um, Deuteronomy 32 and 32. They Deuteronomy 32 and 32. It said, "For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah." All right, and this is speaking of Esau, even the wicked. Their vine, all right, what they spring from is their lewdness of Sodom and Gomorrah, going back to them Hamites. Okay, and you can tell, there's no explanation needed. Like his rulership is rooted in just freakiness, man. The higher you get up in this society, the more freaky and lewd it gets, man. Okay, because this just this man's nature. You see, and this is the wine. All right, this part of the wine that he runs the earth with, man. His doctrine. To come up, you gotta be on it. This Sodom and Gomorrah tip. Okay, to have so-called wealth in this society, you gotta be on it. That's a part of their wine. The rituals that come, okay, with so-called success in this man's society, man. You see, and it says, "In the fields of Gomorrah, their grapes, all right, are the grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asps," man. Okay? So this man's wine is associated with what? Sodom and Gomorrah, cruelty. Okay? Because it's very cruel how this man runs the earth. You gotta understand this man poisons the food, poisons the air, overwork you, underpay you. Okay? Crime, okay, is rampant. You see? The culture that he pushes on people. Children are a prey. Like this man runs this society in a very cruel way. Okay? But that's part of the doctrine, how he sees fit to run the earth. You know, and that's why there's a new wine to come, and it's going to be of righteousness, man. Okay? And you get that in Jeremiah, just to get that. Uh, Jeremiah 51. Yeah, Jeremiah 51 and 7. It says, Behold, it says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and they made all the earth drunken. You know, because every now you see the earth being ran in the fashion of the wine of Esau Edom. Okay? Like you already, you go to Japan and China, they already got, operating smart cities and facial recognition. Okay? The alphabet is heavy, in these areas because they partook in this man's wine. He passed that cup around the earth, man. Okay? When it came, like I said, to democracy, feminism, and you see, even that drill culture, man, it's a global thing. You got drill in London, drill music in Italy, okay, in China, Japan, okay, and this part of their wine. It's all within the wine of Babylon, man. That cup that he's passed throughout the earth, you know, and the majority of these governments run off the wine of Babylon, okay, and said they have made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Okay? So these nations are, what we're seeing how these nations operate, it's like everyone's drunk. Okay? You're arguing about, you know, how many genders there are. This is just like a drunk man's argument. Okay? You're arguing about which president to vote for, but they all work for the same system. Okay? It's a drunk argument, man. Okay? Arguing about the role of a man and a woman and gender wars. It's a drunk argument because everyone's drunken off the wine of Babylon. Okay? Because someone like to make, when someone's drunk, they just make these crazy arguments about nothing. Okay? They're not in tune with reality, man. That's another thing. The wine of Babylon has the masses not even in tune with reality the natural way anymore, man. Okay? Everybody's on these phones and devices, social skills are trash because everyone's on this wine, man, on wickedness, man. Okay, and it's an unnatural way. You see? But what Yahweh Shai is coming with is that new wine. That's why you get Joel, and it starts with us coming to the doctrine. Even before we get that in Joel, let's get that in the book of Mark. It's the book of Mark, chapter 3. All right, verse. Mark 2. All right, this is the book of Mark, chapter 2, verse 22. It says, And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine don't burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put in new bottles, man. And we are partaking in this new wine now, But we have to empty out all the old wine, okay, to pour in the new wine. You see? So as we becoming new, the Lord is pouring new wine into us, man. And it's a continual process until Yahweh shall come. You know, being filled with this new wine, this new understanding, this new perspective, this new outlook, this new way of reasoning, man. You know, this whole new way of reasoning and righteousness, man. Okay? And as we level up, it gets more tedious, man. More is required. Okay? As we get as we level up in Yahweh Shema Shai, there's more that's required. When John said he must increase, but I must decrease, hey, that's that old man. Okay? It has to continually decrease while the Lord is putting that new wine in us, man. Okay? Which what is making us compatible for the government Yahweh Shai is bringing, his righteous government. He's bringing a way, he's bringing an order. Remember, Yahweh Shai not coming to teach. All right, so this grace period is for us to get this thing now, to make the adjustment needed now. Yahweh Shai coming back to set this thing up. He's not coming back to teach and say work on this and work on now. We doing that now. Well, we ain't to a certain point when Yahweh Shai get back left, not compatible. Okay, remember this is an honor and a privilege to be a part of this thing, man. You know, we can never forget that this is an honor of a privilege that the Lord called us into this thing, man. We've been called into. We wouldn't have never walking around Babylon. We wouldn't have figured this out. The Spirit had to call us into this thing, man. Okay, and grant us the privilege of being around this, man. You see, so as the Lord has called, you know, the hopeful elect into this thing, you know, we have to continue. Hey, drain out that old wine and put in that new. Okay, you see, in this society, all right, is drunk off that wine of Babylon. That's why the Lord finna come burst this bottle. Okay, and fill the earth with new wine. All right, because even you go here, and then we get that in Joel. Say Isaiah. The book of Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah 55 and 1. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Okay, and there was a time where we thirst for the truth, and we still do. Okay, but the Lord has it set up to where his men, all right, the prophets are like serving tables. You know, when you watch a video, you watch a live stream, it's like the Lord put the Spirit on the brothers to serve tables. You know, to bring out the wine, you know, the bread, okay, the water, all these things represent what? Yahweh Shai. This truth, this word, this understanding. You see? So as we have a thirst for righteousness now, well, the scriptures quench that thirst. Understand it. Okay? Because it wasn't being quenched on the wine of Babylon, man. Only being set up for failure. Okay? So you read this again. Isaiah 55:1 says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, everyone, it says, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye and buy and eat. You know, because you're not being charged to get this understanding. All you have to do is what? Pay attention. You're not spending money. You're just sacrificing attention. You know, to digest. Okay, this new wine. Okay, it says, come ye buy, yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and you labor for that which satisfies not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Let your soul. So this wine is for the spirit. There's new wine. Okay, and it's in righteousness, man, and it's restoring us, man. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is coming back to make that the standard of the earth. Okay? What we're growing in, what we're learning, what we're becoming, what Yahweh Shai is coming to make that a standard in the earth, man. So we are constantly making adjustments to be compatible to what's coming. You see, we want to be compatible to what Yahweh Shai is bringing. Okay? It is way bigger than what we want and what we think. You see? Way bigger than that. All right? We all play a small part in something great. You know? Each one of the hopefully play a small part in something great. It's eternal, man. Okay? So, going from there, we can get that in Joel. All right, Joel 3. And I start at 16. Now, this is going into what? This Third World War. We read Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, what's going to be the conclusion of this Third World War? Okay, what's going to be the end result? All right, Joel 3 and 16. The Lord, Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, also shall roar out of Zion and order his voice from Jerusalem. That's going to be via Yahweh Shah. And the heavens and the earth shall shake. You'll have the nukes. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. We're going to be in those chariots, Aparatazah, man. The Lord will wield that number. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is going to be our defense. And he's going to be on the offensive, tearing this place apart, man. Okay? Verse 17, so shall ye know that I am the Lord, your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Okay, because we're going to be the separated people. All right, they're holy people. Okay, and those immortals in the earth. Okay, the sons and daughters of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai in the earth, man. Okay, and these heathens not going to have access to us. You know, like right now. Okay, we're pretty much in subjection. Okay, unto the heathen. Because you have Esau, the top heathen, but even these other heathens are above us in this society, man. Okay? Which makes us what? The tail of the scripture say. But Yahweh Shai coming to make us the head. Okay? Because even when you go into that, and you get that word, meaning that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Well, that word first goes into protos, and it goes to chief and honor and influence and in rank. Okay? And remember, what wine is like what they call DUI, you know, driving under the what? The influence. Well, the earth is going to be operating under the influence of righteousness, man. You know? And we're going to have those top seats under Yahweh Shai to enforce, okay, that influence and righteousness in the earth. Okay? That new wine. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down new wine. The mountain shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk. All right, and the mountain goes into the government, and the new wine that is going to drop down is what? The instructions of righteousness, the law. That's going to be the new wine, okay? That's going to influence the earth. You see, pure righteousness, man. And it says, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord Yahweh Bashim al-Shai, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Okay? Which means what? The earth is going to benefit off their righteous rulership. The earth is going to flourish. You know? Their righteous government is going to have a righteous ripple effect in the earth. You know? Because of their rain, you know, we go into it like those springs, okay, that's in the mountains, where that water comes down those mountains, and as it coming down that mountain, it's getting all those minerals, okay, so by the time that water makes it to the bottom, okay, into the springs, into the pools, okay. That water has all those minerals for what? The people, the animals. But the earth benefits off their water, their process of their water running down those mountains, man. Just like the earth is going to benefit off our rulership. Okay, everything from the animals to the plants to people, all right, they're going to benefit off their righteousness flowing from that mountain, that government, man. All right. Um, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 24. This is in the GNT. And it says, "No, indeed, the more wise people there are, the safer the world will be. A sensible king can be depended on to give his people this kind of security. So then learn what I'm about to teach you, and you will profit from it." Okay? And you go into the KJV, it goes into the welfare of the world is in the hand of wise rulers. Okay? So the earth is going to benefit from this new wine. Because right now the earth is suffering under the wine of Esau Edom. Okay? So going back to Joel, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down new wine," in Joel 3 and 18. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, Yahweh by Shema Shai, and shall water the valley of Shittim." Okay? Now, as you keep reading, before this happens, what has to happen? Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. So Egypt, all right, is going to, which is modern America, all right, ran by who? Esau Edom, is going to be obliterated. Okay? That old bottle. You see? That old wine of this old world, this old age. Okay? Hey, this has to be rooted up so that new wine can free flowing. Because see, right now it's a conflict. You know, Esau got his doctrine, and we got our doctrine, man. And it's a clash. Okay? But Yahweh Shah coming to remove that old way, that old ruler and that old way. Okay? And the new wine is going to flow freely, man. Okay? And that's going to be that one way to be. Verse 20 said, "But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion." Okay? And you get this in Isaiah. Just to drive on point. This book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 1. "The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." Okay, so this is that mountain, okay, that government and the nations of the world, of the earth, these heathens, they're going to flow to us. Okay, they ain't going to have to check in to us, man. Okay, and it says, "And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the government, all right, of the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways," that new wine, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Okay? So that new wine is the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Being administered in the earth in righteousness, man. You see? that new wine is going to come down, which is going to eventually produce peace. But see, first the heathens have to go through that 1,000 years of rigorous captivity. Okay? And the wickedness has to be rooted out of them, man. You know, because when you're rooting out wickedness, or you rooting out something that's instilled, you got to deal with it in a rigorous way. You know, you can't coddle, all right, or play with, something that's instilled. Okay, within you got it takes rigor to draw it out. You know, so that 1,000 years of that rigorous captivity is going to draw out that wickedness instilled by Esau in these heathens, man. Okay? And after 1,000 years, Esau is going to be done away with. Okay? He will not be needed in existence anymore. Okay? Our lesson learned, his captivity served, he would not be needed anymore. Cut off, out of there. Okay? And you're going to see these heathens conformed to righteousness. They're not going to be perfect. Okay? But there's a standard that's going to be set. They're not going to have the law within them, but the law is going to be the culture. You see, it's going to be the age of Israel forever. Okay? And then that law is going to be the culture of the earth. You see? And it says, verse 4, it says, and he shall judge among the nations, and he shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more, because we're not going to rule the earth in perpetual war like the devil. Okay, it's going to be ordered. All right, things are going to be dealt with. All right, at the source. We're going to not let wickedness turn into a culture, or let disagreements turn into full-blown wars between nations. Nah, we're going to be judging these matters, okay, and maintaining that order in the earth, man. You know, it's part of the new wine is to really maintain the peace. Esau peacekeepers come in fighter jets and aircraft carriers. He said, we coming with peace. You see, nah, man, we're really going to be the true peacekeepers of the earth, man. Okay? And righteousness under Yahweh Shai. So, that was the point. Just wanted to go into that. You know, we was reading it in class, dealing with Joel. So, that new wine, all right, is going to be the doctrine of righteousness, the law, statutes, and commandments, dominating the earth forever. You know, so Lord will, you was edified. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Bible Ball soon, Shalom.